malicious. Just because I got questions, it ain't malicious. Is she even live?
My whole thing, Shani, is this, Shani. It's not about being malicious or anything like that.
But
If
it's
y'all had an
Bigo.
agreement to do something, it ain't nothing about being malicious. If y'all had some business to do something or anything like that, she already got her mind made up that you're being malicious because in the streets now, because it's Bigo,
Yeah,
like you
baby,
were
she already got
saying.
her mind made up, baby. All you can really do is just show her better than you can tell her.
Like it's out there in the streets, so she already got her mind made up.
Girl, let me tell you something. One thing Big O will show you how people act over money.
Brand said she already done called you out your name and some more. Like to be honest, them type of the people over there,
She
that's why I
called
don't
me
fuck with
out
them.
my
Well, you have to understand. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Big O, especially at the top, with the top view, like with the top broadcasters and stuff. At the top, it get real shaky at the top
They know
because
I don't fuck with them. That ain't nothing new.
because people start moving, people start being snakes, people start getting jealous. It's just a whole different ball game up there, and
That's
it's
what
just
it
like,
is.
and
There's
it's
a
just
lot
like,
of
how you gonna be
this
jealous of
money be getting
me?
in
How you gonna be
people.
jealous of me? And we both are top. We both are top broadcasters. So where's the jealousy coming? We both making the same check, right? Like you know what I mean? Like dang, you know what I mean? Like we both getting the same amount of money off this app. Yeah, it's enough money for everybody. Everybody can win. But what's going on is, when bitches only got Bigo as a platform, you know what I mean? When they only had Bigo as a platform and nothing else because they knew if they was off this app,
they
no
sitting
bitch
here
would be
in her
fucking with
live
them.
saying that I was late.
Yeah, that's because she said it, and she said she don't like doing business with other people outside of her motherfucking family and her team that she already got built up for issues like this. And I'm like, well, Shawnee ain't even the one drag you. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not
But
even
the,
dragging her, and I still like. Did she not realize I was doing like Royce came over here, and I was like, I was live, and when Royce went to go back to tell her I was live, she already was lined with somebody.
girl, everything is just making me sick to my head. Like, I don't, that's exactly why I troll and I don't take this app seriously because, baby, bitches, because
Oh,
bitches be
what
sitting
I
just on
get? So
here.
I'm getting blamed for her getting sniped about 600 boxes.
The Shawnee about to start reading. Let me go to the comments.
Wait a
Bye,
minute.
girl.
No, wait a
I'm gonna let her
minute.
read.
Shawnee about to start reading. Oh my god.
I should be the one being upset because at the end of the day, you had your people in your room. I just given her all her roses. Just line her so y'all could talk out. Drop the. She already her live just ended. If she's calling me out my name and I'm sitting here the whole time, sitting here blaming myself, how the fuck am I getting called out my name?
Girl, I would honestly just pay it because
I
I
would
would just
honestly
pay it.
just pay it too because at the end of the day, Shawnee, do your own shit next year at the gala. Just
Because
like how she said she got her people set up for making sure like this shit like this messiness doesn't go on.
If she had it
Okay,
set
don't
up,
allow the
she wouldn't
messiness
have
to
asked
go
me. But
on.
no one had the buffer. Clearly, no one she knew had the buffer, and clearly, no one I knew had the buffer. Because that was the case, she would have had multiple buffers.
Yeah, I just say don't even worry about it. I mean, gala's over. It's no point in arguing about the shit, the buffers, this, that,
Exactly.
and the third.
We were
And
just in here talking about how I have positive spirits. Because regardless, with or without the buffer, that person sniped out with 600 boxes. Hey, Brian.
baby, baby, they talking about this, baby.
Hey, Bones.
I've never seen so many people get salty about something like they do on this damn app, and it don't make no sense.
I really hope she wasn't. I'm not going to believe that she was calling my name because that's not her. That is definitely not her
well, I don't know about her
character.
calling out your name.
I
I
don't
ain't
know, girl. We don't know neither. We need some evidence, girl. We need some proof. We need some screen recordings,
Yeah,
girl.
because
but
Okay.
I don't.
she was definitely going off about saying that it's not her fault, it's your fault.
It's not her fault. It's my fault. But you were lined with somebody.
Yeah, somebody said ask the source. I definitely agree. Ask the motherfucking source.
I don't know about the calling you out your name. I ain't hear her do that.
But can we stop playing the blame game as adults, please? Because can we like all remember that this is just a damn app?
That's
This
exactly
is.
what the fuck it is. It's the blame game. And
Can
at the
we
end of
can we
the
all
day,
remember that this is
Gala
a
is
damn app?
over. Get the fuck over it. Grow up. Nobody cares. We'll do it again next year.
Can we all remember that this is an app? Like no shade, because y'all be taking this app a little bit too seriously.
It's not over. Yeah, it is
Like
over. Today, the
like
last
I
day
done
for
seen
world
honestly
for
adult
global all
And
I done
crackdown.
seen
now Royce
adults
is talking about she don't want to
get
talk
mad.
to me no more. Like, what the fuck did I do?
That's because she got kicked.
Miss Susan
Yeah,
says
but
who is
I
money here.
restarted the live over and I took God Zeus's admin like that. And I told God Zeus that I
but
like she supports me.
Oh, Nagasus
but
kicked her
you
out.
you know how that go. It's Bigo. Maybe people gonna get in their feelings about a kid.
Talk about the book. Like I wasn't even sitting here saying anything bad. Like I don't know. And Buddha,
You weird and fake as fuck.
how am
Give
I
me
weird
admin.
and
Let me get
fake?
that bitch
Like
up
what?
out of
Why am I being?
here. Give
How
me
am
admin.
I
I don't want to kick bitches
weird?
now.
Who is
See,
this?
that's because they're doing that blame game.
Okay, Imp was looking for you. She lied for minutes into the buffer girl. You was late. She moved on.
She moved.
Okay.
See, you
Okay,
see, that's
and
what she told her people that you was late, and I'm like, girl,
if I was late, okay. Royce came in my room when I was live. I was looking for somebody to line, and I even said, Royce, can you line me? So we could do the
Yes, I was going back and
3v3.
forth.
Minutes late.
I'm
You
gonna
had
say
it.
you hadn't showed
You,
it
oh
all.
my gosh. Okay,
I'm
you guys.
sorry.
Doesn't
see,
I'm
that's
gonna
what I'm.
take
matter.
this and be
She
done.
had 600 boxes over her. Damn it. You're late. It's your
Okay, if she
fault.
already had 600 boxes, which is that's a lot of money, but why is she getting so mad? Is it greed?
You know what
Is
it
it
was.
greed? Is this what's going on?
Hold on, y'all. Y'all talking too much. Why I can't? I have no clue what y'all are talking about. This entire
I
time
would
I've
ignore
been
that
on
call.
this live, I've been sitting here saying it's my fault. I should have never gotten off live, and that I should have checked my people because the buffer wasn't even going to work for me anyways. So where are you guys getting that this whole shit? Like, who's talking all this shit to be sitting here saying, "Oh, Shani, you was late. You weird. You're fake as fuck." And even when God Zeus just did that dumbass shit with kicking Royce, which I support her, she supports me. Like I don't get why I'm getting called a bully, and I took his admin and I restarted my live.
Okay, good and well when you told Zeus and then Stone got involved. Oh,
What?
who is Libra?
How did
Who is
first of
this?
all, who did Stone get? Where did
Imp
Stone come
said you was late.
from?
I'm telling you what. I'm telling you
Where
exactly
did
what happened.
Stone come from?
Um, I'm telling you exactly what happened
Wait, where did
right
Stone
now.
come
Dola,
I'm
from?
drop
gonna tell you the story,
Mama.
Okay, I'm
Shawnee.
gonna drop him drop.
I'm gonna tell you the story,
Cause
Shawnee.
I'm really
Empress
confused of what's
was
happening. Like, has she been live today? Cause
Empress was
I just got live.
Empress is live. Well, she was live. She's not live no more. But what happened was she was
I don't
live
know
and
why
she
Stone is reading.
Stone is reading Imp now for you. Why is she?
Okay, so this is where we have to clear this up. What happened was last night when Empress did not drop the buffer, nobody knew why the buffer wasn't being dropped. So when we find out this morning, Robert was in the live when the buffer wasn't being dropped because that was what was supposed to happen. Nobody fucking knew exactly why last night the buffer why it wasn't dropped. Empress now cleared it up this morning that the Empress that it wasn't dropped because in her mind Shawnee was late for whatever fucking reason. I don't really fucking know why, but that's what really happened. We didn't know voltages last night why the fuck the buffer wasn't dropped.
Yeah, we didn't know.
We didn't fucking know till today. So all the comments that's going back and forth, that's what's clearing up. Shawnee didn't know last night. Shawnee just said a couple hours after that yo, like somebody didn't even have the dragons anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter about the buffer. Whether Empress dropped it or not, it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because somebody didn't have all the dragons to drop it. So Gala's over with. None of y'all niggas profited if you really want to be honest, and it don't matter. Like all of y'all took massive L's this year anyway in Gala. So it don't matter. All y'all niggas lost money. So it is what it is. Move on. We already know it's not profitable when y'all doing these huge snipes of $20,000, $40,000 voltages. You know that already. Nobody made any money. Gala is just simply for clout. We all know that. It's over with. It's no big deal about getting back and forth into it. So love you, Shawnee. We'll just plan this better next year. That's it.
No,
But no,
I'm just confused because now Royce is telling me that she's not going to talk to me because she's not with the bullying thing, and I had nothing to do with it. Like, I don't know.
Robert's a grown ass man and Stone is grown. If they feel like they want to drag Empress or whatever because of whatever happened last night, that's what the
And
fuck
I
they're gonna
even
We
do.
told
told you
God
this
Zeus,
last night, Shani. They was gonna do that either way.
yeah, but I told y'all
Robert,
last night that I told God Zeus not to because I let me figure out what happened.
You did.
baby, you
You
did say
did.
that, but we already knew Robert is grown as hell. It's the same motherfucking way
And
where
I
they
don't
be
know
like,
where
Lama,
Stone comes
Robert,
in.
But I don't know where Stone coming
I
in.
don't know where Stone
what's
coming in. So
good?
y'all sitting here putting it on me, and I'm the least confrontational
Hold on,
person.
that's Robert.
Who's the
That's
person saying
Robert. Hold on, let
because
me drop. No, that's no. Let me drop. That's Robert's fufu page.
Oh,
now people call me fake and weird, but how am I fake and weird when all I did was
Don't worry, Shani. This is what these people like to do. They like to direct it towards you and play the victim role. If I'm gonna read somebody, I'm gonna read
mhm.
somebody. I'm gonna read somebody for my own purpose of reading them. Ain't got shit to do.
you knew he would
Shani's not over
what?
here reading.
Hold on,
Okay,
legally, I knew he would what?
girl,
I knew
those are trolls. I don't know why you, girl, Shani. Why you responding to people who have no
because
pictures
I
of
don't
you?
understand what they're talking about. I'm over here
Girl, they're trolling.
driving.
Yeah, exactly. They're trolling, girl. They don't have shit. They coming back and forth and they're trying to get you riled up so you say some shit, girl. I was dropping the most amount of dragons to support Shani. Not only was I listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say my issue is the principle of the fact, okay? And I'm already having a conversation with Shawnee, but what these people do is they like to play the victim role and then turn it into, oh, now someone's bullying, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, bitch. I said what the fuck. I said what I said about them. Shawnee didn't say anything. Whatever Shawnee got going on with them is their relationship. I said what I said about them. But they trying to turn because I'm wearing their asses out into now they being bullied. That's what the issue
And
is.
my thing
Pay
is,
that no
then, and
mind to
I
Shawnee.
also I told God Zeus and I told Royce this. I said I'm not the person that's gonna disrupt anybody's peace. So I let them know that I already have God Zeus working with me because we made these plans yesterday. And I said when we line, I'm not going to bring God Zeus up. So when we line, I'm just gonna bring Empress up. We're not gonna press start. We're just gonna throw and then drop her. So you guys are saying
And
you
I asked
knew,
you
you
that. I
knew.
asked you to line. I asked you to line Bossy instead because I was like, if I sit up there with them bitches, I'm gonna wear them the
Yeah,
fuck out, and they
you
gonna try
wasn't
that.
coming up until she dropped anyways. And that was the
And you was
plan.
live. You were live. It's on YouTube. So miss me with that bullshit. Lying ass bitches. And now they want to play the I'm being bullied and victim. That bum shit.
So I
It's the
don't.
principle of
That's
the
the only thing
fact.
like. I don't even know why we
You're
talking about.
confused like the rest of us, Shawnee. You're confused still. So am I.
Like now I'm fake and now I'm weird.
Yeah.
And I knew God Zeus was gonna do what? God Zeus wasn't coming up. I already told them. I understand that they have a dynamic, and I'm not the. I don't want to be that person to to disrupt people's peace. Like I'm trying to keep peace. I'm only focused on the business. So how am I fake and weird? And I knew what he was. What did I knew he was gonna do? Like
See, the thing is, there was no knew what he was gonna do. We were all in the live last night when we was looking for Royce.
no, we weren't
That's
looking
how
for
we.
Royce.
That's
Royce came in here, and
well, yeah. When Royce came in
she
here, she
called
was supposed
me,
to.
and I'm like, I'm live, and she came in, and then she even called me and said, "Man, when I went back to my mama live, she was already lying with somebody else." Got it? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what was
Yeah,
the
that's
buffer really gonna
excuse
do
me.
for me?
Right. We were all in here when Shawnee decided that she wasn't gonna go for it anymore. So there was no, oh, let's talk and blame victim on them. Da da da. No, that was just guys just doing guys.
I
Guys
just
just
want to
didn't like played out at
talk
the end
to
of the day.
Empress because, like, I want to know how is this getting so out of hand so quickly?
baby, because it look. When I
Hey,
was on the
Patrick,
phone,
baby.
Shawty, when we was on the phone, Shawty, I told you that if anything goes wrong, this shit would happen. I'm like, if anything goes wrong, this shit was going to happen. Like it,
People been feeling
and
that
to
way.
be honest, we know how Robert give it up. Even if Robert wasn't even in the situation, he was still gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we knew that.
He was gonna still talk about it. So it doesn't matter. This
But
that
because they
He's
got
gonna
their
talk about
issue
it.
with Robert and you're cool with him, of course you're gonna get a hashtag
Yeah, he
blamed
don't
for it.
know. No, yeah, Shawnee's 100% right. She did not want any interactions with any of them. And when Robert cursed me out actually and was like, Llama, like what the fuck? Like line fucking Shawnee. Like why isn't Bossy lining Shawnee? He literally was going off on me via text.
Yes,
So
and in the
he would have
room.
went off Robert would have went off on anybody, to be
Hmm.
honest. He would have went off on anybody. It really doesn't matter. Like anybody that would have fucked that shit up last night, Robert was gonna go off on them. And he was dropping the most. All we were confused about last night was what happened with the buffer. Now I'm hearing today that pretty much Empress was just like,
It's saying
well,
I'm
see, you
late.
late. You was late, so I moved on.
And that's
But
fine, but why couldn't it have just been that? It's not like I talked about it. I just got
nah, you ain't never
live.
you never one time blamed her. You was just confused.
And
That's all it
I've
was.
been blaming myself this entire time. And this whole time we've been talking, you and God Zues been talking about don't blame yourself. Like just learn from for next year. Like I never once blamed Empress. And I definitely kept saying stop mentioning Royce. But I can't control what God Zeus do, but I definitely said stop mentioning Royce because she was only the coordinator.
Yeah.
And it sucks to have to lose someone that like I just started building a relationship with over something that I didn't even do.
Mm. Well, I
Like,
mean,
damn, I wish I didn't even know about the fucking buffer.
next time ask 20 old ass. He had like 15 of them apparently. You gotta start going to Batman. Cause he
And
got
that's the
Hmm.
thing. And the
by
thing is, I
direwolf.
was looking for a backup. So I was looking for a backup because I was asking I even pulled it up on my live and it was like, does anyone have this? Does anyone have this in their toolbox? And I even asked Taylor and she was like, she didn't even have one. I'm like, do you guys know if she can drop you that quick, then that's not somebody you want around anyway, honestly. But that's her mom, y'all. So if she like, I don't know what y'all going back and saying that I said that I didn't say because I just got live. Like
Well,
I
we don't
really
know. We don't know. We don't know what comments went into her room. Like that's why Robert kicked out that person because you don't know what comments are sitting in here, running back and like, oh, Shawnee called you a bitch, Empress. Shawnee said this. Like it be the comments that really go back and forth, which is why Robert kicked out that first person that came in here. Like, oh, Empress said this and that.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I gave him admin was to kick that person out. But I didn't know Royce was coming in after that, and I didn't know that he was gonna kick her because God Zeus already knows I fucks with Royce. Yeah, that's all I said. I was confused, and now they're gonna be like, "Oh, Shawnee
No,
playing."
not right 2000. I'm just saying that we don't know like who went to over there and was telling Empress something and
Because
Empress
we
could
were
have
more
seen
focused
something in the
about the
live.
dragons. Fuck the buffer. We weren't even talking about the buffer. We were more confused about the dragons on why
Yeah,
someone didn't even
we
have
were
like a
talking
dragon.
about the dragons. Robert said, fuck that. It's the principle. Regardless of the
Yeah.
dragons not working out, you should have dropped the buffer. That's where Robert is holding her, saying, regardless of all of that, you still should have dropped the buffer. That's what Robert's saying. So
You
I'm
know
like,
how
well, it
Robert
don't really
is.
matter. Somebody didn't have the dragon. So I said voltages. As we said in my live last night, it worked out for Shawnee. Because if she did drop the buffer, that person was short 40 fucking dragons. It's a wash anyway. It's a wash.
Hmm.
But Robert said, fuck that. You still should have dropped the buffer. You still should have did what you needed to do. That still don't look good on your part. And, so that's what he's saying. Well, he said he had the 40, but bitch, I mean, I hope you had them extra 40 converted because ain't no fucking way in hell.
Converting ain't that hard. Cause that's three
I
When
little.
you
mean,
when you're in a time crunch, yeah, it
a
is.
lot of voltages. Voltages, motherfuckers will have to convert the whole wallet, which a lot of us don't like doing. We gonna have to be like, damn, I'm gonna have to convert the whole fucking wallet and throw.
Girl, y'all need to learn how to start converting quicker. Ugh, y'all gotta practice. when you gotta beat a bitch up
Bitch,
right
you
quick,
not
you
even
gotta
doing
hit
that
that
your
commercial.
damn self. You
You
not
gotta
even
think
doing
it's
that.
Dragons,
40
30
decent
dragons.
at one time.
conversion
What are
of
you
like
talking
20
about?
something
Voltage. The
dragons.
next time you drop 40 dragons, you screen record you converting that quickly in 1 minute.
Okay, I'll show you.
So I could practice. Cause I already know a lot of people gonna get butterfingers.
The Butterfingers.
No, it wasn't
I mean, remember
Seymour.
that host? Remember I told you that story about that host that dropped that the opponent, the dragons that they owed, and had them max the PK out on the person they did business with. These hosts are dumb. I'm not trusting nobody to convert 40 fucking dragons. Not in a minute. Unless it's like Taylor or 20 or one of those people.
Child, at the end of the day, gala's over. Grow the fuck up.
And they
Um,
lost all that money, but I ain't.
and
I just don't know how I like. I really was being, and everyone's like, "You having great spirits about it." Like, Mother Candy just came in, like, "At least you got good spirits about it." I'm like, "Yeah, because I can't be upset about things I cannot change." She said you needed her host line and won't be able to
y'all
have
let
my
it go
business
because I ain't
anymore.
y'all. If y'all was,
Go, cause I
y'all would
need,
be fit.
I
I would
needed
really.
her. No, I'm so confused.
She said you needed her host, LON,
London only
and you
dropped me
won't be able to have
10.
that business.
And I'm dropping the 10 back on Friday. Like, is she really this mad at me for a buffer?
No, sure, she was dragging. But
Child, let me.
I ain't hear her call you out your name. She just was basically talking about how she do business on the app and like why she don't fuck
Business,
with
girl,
certain
we
people
weren't
and
doing
stuff.
no business. It was a buffer drop. That was not going to change that 600 that took that place as number one. Like, we need to start. This is why I'm
I ain't
glad.
hear her drag your name or nothing like that. I ain't hear her say Shani this, but she was just like, I don't just with people because she was
We
laying and
didn't
story
do
out like this.
business.
And
No, I told I told you a year ago when you first got on
And
this
now,
girl, they get
like,
real
and with
shiesty on
her
her girl.
doing that, it's like kind of tainting
Shiesty.
my character. When it's like, girl, I was there. I was live. I was sitting here trying to find someone to line. If
it's
she
just
was proactive, she should
perpetuating
have
a
lined that
narrative
guy
that
she
she
was
was in the wrong,
already
Shani, is what
lined
it
with, and then
was.
lined me. Because doing an actual PK line, we weren't going to be able to drop on each other. So how was she trying to line me when I went in there? She was in a single solo live. Thank you. I mean, solo PK line. Like, I just don't get why am I being blamed for a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would have, like, no, this is what, like, and they always say, hunt the good. My good stuff would have been shit. Shani might have been late. If you go trying to be a buffer, wasn't he 600 boxes? Shit, I would be doing that 300. It did a whole bunch more because outside of the 10 dragons that her host did for me, I had
You
almost
lagging a little bit, Shani.
Yeah, I thought it was my Wi-Fi.
No
no. I'm on.
shade.
I'm clearly. I'm out. I'm out right now.
Mhm.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it's better now.
Now my anxiety getting high, and I'm about to go to the safari with my family, and like I just want to line her or call her. I don't even got her number and shit. Like
She'll
I
be.
don't know what to say to Royce because she done cut me off like fucking cut me
Royce is
off like
mad. She
whipping
got
the fucking
kicked.
toilet paper.
But to be honest, I really don't think it's no point in lying, Shani. Like Shani, that is a deadbeat horse. I'm just gonna be honest. Like you could go explain
Not
your
because of me this
positioning
room
of
are being
how this
attacked.
is not your fault and everything like that. Um, You could go explain how this is not your fault and everything like that, but that's a deadbeat horse. She still feels how she feels.
Yeah, that's I never do it for them.
Oh, okay.
I never do anything for them. I do it for me. As long as I know, like, I got my point across as far as like where I'm coming from. She doesn't even have to understand where I'm coming from, but as long as she's the person, the host, is hearing where I'm coming from. Thank y'all for the gifts. Is hearing like that me. Like,
Not Stone and Zeus are attacking these women because of you. They don't got shit to do with
it has
Shawnee.
nothing to do
Shawnee
with me
didn't
because
say
I told
go cuss
Zeus
him out.
not to say anything, not to do anything. Let me figure out what happened.
Right.
That's all I said was let me figure out what happened because I don't know why she was lying. But at the end, but what I'm supposed to do? She's lying. She moved on. I'm not that type of girl. And I think that's the issue with people on this app. They're so used to nasty and so derogatory and so just like deceitful that like they don't understand genuine people. Like no one ever takes
Mm-hmm.
a step back and be like, Shani would never do something like that. So something must have happened, or like Shani can't control these people. Like it's never gonna get that. It's always gonna be my fault or Shani knew. Now Shani want to play victim. Like Shani, you knew that. Now that you got them attacking, like that has nothing to do with me. When I clearly said don't say nothing because I don't do that. I wasn't even upset. I was more upset after the phone calls that I made to people who didn't even have the fucking dragons converted. Why would you mention them to Zeus when he had? What do you mean I mentioned her to Zeus? Y'all are sitting here saying, why would I mention her to Zeus? I didn't mention her. They were in the live. I didn't have to mention her because Royce came in the room, so they already knew me and Empress were doing the business of transitioning the fucking Bob Dollar Drop.
That is a fact.
Like, I did not say anything to Zeus. The only thing I said to
21. All right. Well, firstly, Shawnee, stop arguing with 21 Moneymaker because that bitch is dumb. She just here to stir it up. Um, then that's what Stone want to do. 21. So go sit your ass down and go find you
go
something else
talk
to
to
do. Stop
Stone.
arguing with that
Cause
bitch
I ain't have like
because you
Stone wasn't even
you in
there.
the wrong live. You in the wrong live. That
Oh,
ain't got
drop
shit to do with
me.
Stone. You
Drop
keep saying
Dola.
Stone this, Stone that. Is that Shawnee? We're in Shawnee live. We're at Shawnee house. We at Shawnee door.
Oh, you trying to come back up? Hold on, I'm gonna
Shawnee
drop
not
you.
dragging nobody. Shawnee is just simply over here like,
Like, I just don't understand
leave
what's
me
going
out of it. Nothing got nothing going on.
Okay. I'm not understanding how Shawnee is getting blamed for the fact that if you really want to be honest, Empress was dead ass wrong by not explaining why she didn't drop the buffer last night because everybody in that live was confused. I was
Mm-hmm.
confused. Voltages was confused. God Zeus was confused. Everybody was fucking confused at that point as to why the buffer wasn't dropped. Shawnee literally had people ready to drop over 150 dragons and told us, never mind, y'all. Forget about it. Hours later, Shawnee, you clarified to me, Llama, it don't even really fucking matter whether the buff came or not because that person that was supposed to drop an ample amount of dragons did not. You let it go. Robert said it's the fucking principle. You
It's the
said you was gonna
principle that
do
it was
something.
included.
Why you didn't fucking do it? At that point, Shawnee told Robert already, yo, don't drag her. Robert's like, Robert really, to be honest, did not drag her like he could have. To be honest, he really did in voltages. In comparison to how we see Robert go the fuck off, he didn't really give all of that. You cannot control what Robert, what Stone, what me, or anybody else wants to do. That's not your responsibility. I don't even understand how any grown woman or grown man is gonna put that responsibility on Shawnee. Like, well, you should have did this. She cannot fucking control them. Those are not her kids. Those are grown ass people. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just confused by the comments at that point. Now, if Empress is mad about something and like, oh, I feel like Shawnee should have did this, then Empress could feel that way. But Shawnee really does not control grown ass people. We're not her kids. If a motherfucker decides to
Amen.
hit the live button and go to fuck off on somebody, that's what they decide to do. I just don't understand that. I don't have no issue with
But
Empress. I
it's
actually
the
like
Lama,
peace.
you should know this association by
Yeah,
association
but
shit.
I'm not. I'm
That's
really